the 7 levels of rec randoms on NBA 2K26. Be sure to like this video, comment if you guys like this style of video, if you guys want more in this style. This is just something a little different, man, but something that I know you guys can relate to. I've got an insane solo rec gameplay for you guys. I'm on my 6'10", crafty 3-level score. This is my favorite solo rec build. But just in this gameplay, you are going to see all different levels of randoms. Alright, we have levels 1 through 7 all up in this game, man. You guys see solo rec, I'm going against top 100 in New Jersey. Alright, so we got a little, Arkansas versus New Jersey. But like the video, y'all, subscribe, comment down below. We're about to get right into it. But first things first, the verse of the video. This is Galatians chapter 6. Let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not, y'all. Sometimes it may feel hard to keep doing the right thing, to keep upholding your integrity, y'all, but I'm telling you, man, keep fighting the good fight, y'all. Do not get weary in well-doing. Keep doing the right thing, y'all. Let's keep just living the best that we can for God, for Jesus Christ, y'all. Let's keep running this race and keep fighting this fight as long as we're blessed to, man, because not every day is promised, man. Every single day is a blessing. It's a gift from God. So let's use it right and let's keep on living the best that we can for God. So we're going to start off with level 1. Honestly, I even thought about going level 0 because these level 1 rec randoms, they are the bottom of the barrel. I mean, the lowest of the low. All right, level 1 of the rec random is the crash out. The crash out random is level 1. And I almost put him at 0, y'all, because these types of rec randoms, they add 0 value to the team. They add 0 positive things to the team. And if you guys play a lot of solo rec, you know the exact type of crash out random that I'm talking about. These are the guys that are selling the game on purpose. The crash outs, these are the guys that are crying in the mic off the rip as soon as the game even starts, sometimes before the jump ball. All right, I've seen randoms and heard randoms, man. These guys are arguing and cursing each other out, all types of stuff. We haven't even tipped the ball yet. I haven't even seen the other teams build, and we're already calling each other all types of names, yelling, I'll kill you this, blah, 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 that, y'all. These are the type of the thugs, all right, the gang bangers, the real criminal randoms, y'all. And you have to be careful in the solo rec, you guys. You have to be careful in these game chats, man, because it's real deal killers, man, in the rec. I'm telling y'all. It's people that they will throw their life away over a rec game, I'm telling you, man. And that is why they are the level 1, lowest of the low. The people who stand out of bounds and call timeouts and cry in the mic and say all types of crazy, wild stuff. And normally it's older people too. That's the sad part, y'all. Sometimes it's some little kids, like some teenagers, some punks talking crazy. But for the most part, these level 1 crash outs, y'all, they are like these old heads, 30, 40 years old. You can hear the baby crying in the background, the smoke detector going off, you know what I'm saying? These people, they normally have a 30 win % or lower. And that's the sad part, man. These people, they don't even win a lot of games because they would rather lose. The crash out random is the type of guy who he would rather sell the game and make sure that we all lose than just play the right way. And not even play the right way, because with these crash outs, it's not even about playing the right way. It's about playing their way. All right, if they don't get their way, if they don't get the ball when they want it, if you don't pass when they think you should pass, if you take a shot they don't think you should take, blah, blah, blah. If they don't get what they want, then they're going to start crying. They're going to start crashing out. They're going to start selling the game. And these are genuinely some of the most toxic people in all of gaming. In all of gaming, y'all. The crash out rec randoms are the bottom of the barrel. A big reason why the 2K community is so toxic is because of people like this. And comment down below, y'all. Am I just tripping? Am I yapping, y'all? But I know you guys have seen some crash out randoms and have dealt with some crazy, just crazy randoms, all right? But that's level 1, lowest of the low. It's the crash out random. The most toxic people ever, and they suck at the game. Now, let's get into the level 2 of rec random. The level 2 to being a random rec player is being a sellout. All right, level 1, the lowest of the low, is the crash out, and right above that is the sellout. So here's the difference between a sellout and a crash out. I'll give a perfect example. This point guard on my team, the point guard in this gameplay, I will consider him a level 2 random A sellout. All right, because he was genuinely trying. I don't think he was selling on purpose. A crash out will throw the game on purpose. A sellout will throw the game because they suck, all right? But they're actually genuinely trying. And so I have to give them an A for effort, man. That's all I can ask for as a random, all right? That's something that you have to come to terms with and go into the random rec with low expectations. And I'm saying that, as a content creator, I feel like I'm one of the coldest people on this game, period. Like, I'm one of the best players to ever touch 2K. But even for people that aren't as elite as me, all right, not everybody can be good at the game. Not everybody is naturally gifted. Not everybody wants to put in the time and the work to get good at the game. Not everybody is going to be skilled at 2K, and that's okay. There's a lot of sellouts who they try their best, and when they try their best, it's still not very good, all right? But at least they're trying their best. The difference between the crash out is that they're being malicious with it. They want us to lose. The sellout, he's genuinely trying to win. He just doesn't know how. The sellout, he doesn't have any basketball IQ. He doesn't know, any defensive IQ, how to rotate, how to help. He doesn't know when to pass or how to dribble, all right? He doesn't know how to win. He just doesn't know how to win, but he's at least going to try his best to figure it out. He's going to try his best to do what he can to impact the game. And a lot of these sellouts, these are the people that you see, I almost call them, Mr. Cutter. These are the people that always cut in random rec. They're always running around. They don't really know what to do. They don't know how to get open or how to stay open. These are the types of randoms that are really just running around clueless, playing random backyard basketball. Whatever happens, happens. And it's kind of just a random freestyle type of basketball with these guys. And it might be a younger player, it might be a kid or a teenager, somebody, younger. But a lot of them are older players too, all right? I found that crash outs are most generally like old heads, people that maybe crashed out in life, so they hop on here in 2K and talk crazy. But a lot of these sellouts are just all age ranges, it's new people to 2K, people that just aren't good. And it could be any build, this point guard is a sellout in my opinion, but you can have a sellout shooting guard, center, lockdown, whatever, All of these levels to be in a rec random, it can happen at any position, all right? So you got to be on the lookout for these. But let's get into level 3. The level 3 rec random is the ball hog. The ball hog is the level 3. Now, some people might consider me to be a ball hog in the random rec. I love being on this 6'10" build, my crafty 3-level scorer. If you guys are paying attention to this gameplay in the background, y'all, trust me, this is a crazy gameplay. It comes all the way down to the wire in the solo rec, so be sure to watch this gameplay and pay attention as I'm talking. But a lot of people, I get a lot of comments, a lot of hate on my 6'10" build. They called me a ball hog. I scored 100-some points on my Nikola Jokic build last night, and I'm posting a video later this week on my new 6'11" Jokic build, and I had like 100-some points and only had 1 assist. People cry. I'm like, here's the thing, y'all. In the random rec, for me, I feel like I'm not necessarily a ball hog because I'm scoring quickly. I always score in 1 to 3 dribbles. I score quick. I space the floor. I make the right play. I'm just a natural scorer. So I don't consider myself a ball hog. Here's what I consider to be a ball hog. Level 3, the people who force shots, but they never hit. All right, it's one thing if you're a good scorer and you can score in 1 to 3 dribbles. All right, if you can consistently score off the catch, do stuff like this. Pay attention to my buckets, y'all, because I average 40 on this build. You guys seen in the random rec, a lot of it is just simple stuff. Catch and shoot, cutting at the right time, spacing the floor. Every now and then I'll put the ball down, I'll do 1 or 2 dribbles. I'll maybe put them in the post spin, all right? But it's just simple stuff. And even a play like that on the fast break, I make the simple pass. A ball hog level 3 random would not do that, all right? The ball hogs are the types who are always forcing. They only pass the ball after they picked up their dribble. All right, so the ball hog level 3, he wants to dribble, run around, and then if he can't get nothing after maybe a good 10 seconds, all right, you got to give him a second to cook. It's not like, a regular person where he goes 1 or 2 moves, and if it's box, they get off the rock. These ball hogs, they will dribble for 24 seconds. They will dribble a long time until they either get open or they pick up the ball. And when they pick up the ball with 3 seconds left, then they want to pass the ball, throw the grenade to the center or point guard or whoever, y'all. That's the type of ball hog we're talking about with a level 3 rec random. These are the guys who are still trying to fade after the patch. These point guards coming out shooting 2 for 10, fading, all types of stuff. Now, normally a ball hog is better than a sellout. That's why he's level 3 and sellout is level 2. Normally a ball hog is better than a sellout, but a ball hog can still sell the game, all right? They can still be sellouts, but normally for somebody to be a ball hog, they have to at least be kind of decent. All right, if you really believe that you need the ball and you're going to take a bunch of shots and force a lot of shots, you have to at least be better than just, little Timmy No Thumbs who just picked up the game because he's scared to even shoot the ball, right? So ball hogs are a little bit better than sellouts because if you know what you're doing and you have ball hogs on your team, if they're decent, you can still hit them when they're wide open. They will knock down their shots. They will be able to score, and get your assists if you hit them at the right time and the right opportunity. So they're a little bit better than sellouts. They're definitely better than crash outs, but a ball hog can come in the form of a sellout or a crash out, y'all. These levels are not necessarily like mutually exclusive, all right, because a lot of people can be sellouts and crash outs, all right. But let's get on to level 4. The level 4 rec random is the glue guy, all right, the glue guy. Level 4 is where you're starting to get good. You're starting to get, like a decent random. Nobody really wants to play with a ball hog or with the sellout. Nobody really wants to play with the crash out at all. Trust me, nobody wants to be with the crash out. Not even the crash outs, y'all. But once you start getting around this level 4, that's where everybody would love to have them on their team. This is where I start to consider a decent to okay to good random. Is once you start getting past level 4. And level 4 is the glue guy. So he may not be the best, most superstar type player. You guys see I got player to half at halftime on my Paolo build. This is what happens the majority of times on this build, man. I go crazy. If you guys paid attention to the start of the video, man, I'm guarding the power forward Cooper Flag. He tried to go at me, he shot like 4 or 5 shots, at first. I think he hit like the first 2, but then I started locking him up. And this is the reality of this build, man. People love to say, because my 6'10", I don't have defense, blah, 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 they're going to cook me. This is just the reality, y'all. 9 times out of 10 on this build, I start scoring, I start hitting my shots, and these people quit out. Oftentimes, people just quit out against me, but let's get back on topic, man. The glue guy, level 4. Like I said, he may not be the best, most superstar type player, but he will make the right play at the right time. A glue guy will make a huge play, a huge timely play right when you guys needed it to stop a run or to go on a run or just to get a clutch bucket. A glue guy will make the right play at the right time, and every team needs one. Every single team needs a glue guy, whether it's 2K or if it's in real life, man. Every team needs one, and normally every team underappreciates them as well, even though it's really a vital role. The glue guy doesn't get like celebrated and hyped up like the star player, y'all, but without him, a lot of these games would be a loss without the stuff that the glue guy brings to the court. All right, normally in the solo rec, the glue guy oftentimes I found is the power forward or even the small forward, man. What I found in random rec, and comment below if you guys agree with me, but whenever I load up on power forward, it is like they do not see me. They will not pass me the rock, man. And it is just crazy because you guys see when I'm loading up, I average 40 on this build, shooting 70, it's an efficient 40 from all 3 levels. I don't understand why people don't want to hit me when I'm open, but it's crazy. The power forward, it's like I'm almost like invisible when I'm on power forward. But when I'm on my small forward, they'll keep hitting me, so I don't get it. But The glue guy is very often underappreciated. It's Mr. Triple Single. The guy that spaces the floor, he boxes out, he sets screens, he plays defense, make the right pass. He does the little things that may not always show up on the box score, but if you actually watch the game, when you understand basketball, the glue guy makes a lot of plays all throughout the game that slowly add up into winning basketball. So he's very, very important. Very, very important. And he might have moments, where he sells out, he's trying to do too much, but overall, the glue guy is a very good random to have on your team. You at least want one of them. All right, but let's get to level 5. Level 5, right above the glue guy, is the role player. Above the glue guy is the role player, or the spot up, whatever you want to call it. Level 5 of a random is either a screener or a shooter, just somebody that knows how to get open and hit their shots consistently. All right, the difference between the glue guy and the role player is the glue guy kind of comes through when we need it most, all right, but it's not consistent. The difference is really consistency. A role player will consistently hit their shots. They will consistently make the right play and do it every time, or almost every time, consistently. A glue guy, he will do it like when the team needs it most, like the Avatar, right? When the world needs him most, he came back. That's when the glue guy will come and he'll get that assist, or he'll get that screen or that box out. That's when the glue guy will do it. But the role player, he will do it all game, every possession. He knows how to get open. He knows how to no dip, all right? So if you hit him, he will be a knockdown shooter at a good clip. He knows how to attack a closeout, just the simple stuff, simple basketball, but being a star in your role. A lot more people in the 2K community need to understand this. How to be a star in your role. You don't have to be doing too much, man. So many people, they do too much when they hop on this game. Just be a star in your role. If you're a center, if you're a power forward, a small forward, whatever, learn how to be a star in your role. Even if you're the point guard, learn how to be a star point guard. It's not always about just forcing shots. There's other things that you have to do to be a star player. You have to do the little things. To be a good role player, to be a good player, you have to do the little things. It's not just about the fancy highlights and all that, y'all. That's why I said glue guy was number 4. If you want to hit number 5, you have to do everything the glue guy is doing, but at a high level, at a high consistency. You still got to do the little things, man. You still got to make the right plays and make the right reads. A role player, level 5, they have good, solid, all-around basketball IQ, and anybody will want them on their random rec team, all right? Level 5 and up, really level 4 and up is kind of rare, all right? But level 5 and up is where we start getting that rare territory, all right? Because you can find some glue guys in the solo rec. You can even find some decent role players every now and then in the solo rec. You might get 1 or 2 on your team, all right? But it is very, very rare as we're getting into level 6. Level 6 is rare, and level 7 is like 1 in a million. All right, you ought to go buy a lottery ticket. But let's go get into level 6 as we enter the 4th quarter. Up 3, y'all. And like I said, this gameplay is just absolutely insane. Comes down to the wire. Just insane as I hit that shot, man. We're up 5 entering the 4th, man. Paolo, I love this build. I go crazy on this build, and I love it so much, man. I just play elite defense. I score just effortlessly on this build, man. It's so much fun. But let's get into level 6, all right? Level 6 is what I would consider this gameplay. For me, my Paolo build, I think it was a level 6 type of game. But level 6 is the good random. Level 6 is the good random, man. It's rare to find a actually truly good random. And when I'm saying good, I don't mean just okay or decent, all right? I mean good. A good random all around is uncommonly found, all right? But somebody who is genuinely good at their position. It can be a point guard who is actually hitting his shots, actually hitting his teammates, diming y'all. He's actually playing defense. It can be a center who actually knows how to slip and actually knows, how to set screens, how to roll, how to get people open, all right? It can be a small forward like this who I know how to space the floor. I know how to attack a closeout. I know how to score and get easy buckets. It can be a power forward who knows how to play the back end of the pick and roll and knows how to play lanes and get steals and box out. It can be any position, but somebody who is genuinely good at their position. They make the right play very, very consistently, often, like 9 times out of 10, very, very consistently. They're making the right play. They're staying within their role. They're not doing too much, not trying to do nothing too crazy, not doing too much, but starting in their role, playing their position, playing the right way. The level 6 good random, they're somebody who they have a scoring bag, all right? They have a bag and they're not afraid to show it, but that doesn't mean they're out there just forcing, chucking shots. It's knowing when to be a scorer, when to be a passer, when to be a playmaker versus a play finisher for your team, all that type of stuff. Y'all knowing how to space the floor, knowing all this type of stuff is what makes you a good random. And you're playing with all around good IQ on offense and defense, making the right play, making the right reads. That's what makes a truly good random. And they're hard to find. If you're lucky, you might get one good random on your team. If you're lucky, you might get one good random. If you're lucky. But oftentimes, man, it's hard to come by even just one good random. And as we get into level 7, man, this is like the most rare, uncommon, 1 in a million, 1 in a billion. Gotta go buy a lottery ticket, all right? If you enter into a random rec game and you have a level 7 random, man, you really, something's up, all right? You really gotta go buy a lotto ticket, the Powerball or something, because your luck is on point. Level 7 is the perfect random. The perfect random. And when I say perfect, I mean perfect. It is very, very rare that you will come into a perfect random, but it does happen. The level 7 perfect random, they do everything at an elite level. And when I say elite, when I say perfect, I mean perfect, all right? This is the once in a blue moon random. He does not miss a shot. I'm talking about he will not miss a single shot. He always makes the right play. He don't got no turnovers. He don't got no, crazy, dumb plays, dumb mistakes, y'all. He always makes the right play. He always hits his shots, all right? He's creating havoc on defense. He's playing both sides of the ball. Somebody who, regardless of their position, if they're the center, they're horsing, they're grabbing boards. If they're smaller, they're still boxing out, contributing. We are talking about the very, very rare 1 in a million type of random, but level 7, the perfect random, these are the types to carry you. These are the type of randoms to carry you and then back out once the game is over, all right? These randoms are very, very rare, but when you do find one, man, you want to hold on to them, all right? You don't want to back out unless they back out first, all right? You want to stick with them as long as you can, because chances are you will not find another random like this, man. So those were the 7 levels of rec random, y'all. Let me know, what do you guys consider after watching this gameplay? Where would you rate all these different players, man? What would you rate my gameplay? I'm watching it back, as I've been talking. I definitely missed a couple shots. I forced a couple lays, some plays I wish I probably could have took back, but at the end of the day, I still have 40. I'm still efficient, still the best scoring option on the team. And so as we're only up 1 point going into the last 30 seconds of this game, man, I had double rep. I'm just focused on doing whatever I can to make sure that we win. I'm trying my best to play defense. I'm making sure we don't give up threes. You guys say I'm helping, I'm jumping, I'm rotating, man. I'm trying to do everything in my power. I saw we had a foul right there to give, so I went ahead and I fouled him. I just felt like, we're running around chaotically. We weren't really set. So I'm giving our team a chance to set up, and of course the random gives up a backdoor cut. Of course he does. So normally in situations like this, y'all, I don't stress, all right? If we have the last shot, with how easy it is to shoot on this game, I feel like we already won. That's my mentality when it comes down to taking the last shot. But of course they don't hit me. Of course, I have a 40 ball, shooting the most efficient on the team. Of course they don't want to hit me. They would rather shoot a contested 3. And of course he misses, so I get the foul, and here we go. We got 5 seconds left, and we're down 3, so I know we have to get a 3. You guys are seeing the stats. I'm the best shooter on the team, clearly. So I'm trying to run around and get open. I'm ready to either shoot the catch and shoot, or if I need to go off the dribble, I can. And this point guard, he does a jab step for a midi, and we lose the game off that, y'all. That is why I would consider this point guard to be a level 2 sellout. All right, he has 6 turnovers, 3 for 7. You know, he tried, he genuinely tried, but we genuinely failed. I mean, game on the line, we need 3 to shoot a midi. That's just bad ball, but at least he tried, man. At least he tried. So A for effort. Like this video, y'all. Comment down below if you guys want more like this. If you guys like this style of video, make sure to follow God, y'all. Follow Jesus Christ, man, because that is the best, most important decision you'll ever make in life, is following Jesus Christ, y'all. And also, be sure to turn on post notifications, because I'm doing a very, very important video soon about the rep and how the rep is glitched. All right, there's a rep glitch in 2K26, so it's coming soon. Comment down below if you guys made it all the way to the end, man. Level 7. Have a blessed rest of your day, and peace.